Hey everyone, it's Mindy Hahne, the Midwest premier sports handicapper, coming to you from TonySpicks.com and the half of the morning show duo, The Morning Steam with Ramon Scott. But hope you enjoy this free pick video from our show. Be sure to click in the link in the description for our best bets. Now here is the pick.
All right, Mindy, let's get to Major League Baseball with this short card today and talk about, we can talk about these games a little bit and hopefully get a consensus together here. Going to see the Brewers and the Blue Jays matching up here again. We got yesterday, I told Tony that when Alek Manoah pitches to Alejandro Kirk, that could be the heaviest battery in baseball history. Here you got Peralta who gets roughed up sometimes, and Gosman is underachieved, but seems to get off to okay starts and then runs into trouble.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of think that, Toronto probably has a little bit better starting pitching in this one. I mean, I think that's maybe a little bit obvious here. But again, I take a look at Peralta and what he has done historically versus this Blue Jays team. Only a 150 slugging percentage. I mean, a .099 batting average against him. I mean, that's pretty good. I mean, I don't know how many, starts that is or innings per se. But he does have that 28% K rate. Gosman has a 35% K rate versus the Brewers. So for me, I like the under in this one here today, Ramon.
Yeah, the steam came in on the under, and we can grade you at 8.5. I feel bad there. I started to mark it down. I didn't mark it down before I knew you were going, but the steam did come in on the under in this one. Look, these teams are definitely going under. Look, yesterday, Mindy, you missed you on the show, but I took the over in this game. At least I made up for it on the game day pick show yesterday. I gave out the over, but we were, of course, on Milwaukee as one of our winners. So, but I went on Tony's show and basically told him, I said the Brewers should adjust their lineup a little bit because they're having some injury woes. And I don't know why I went over in that game after looking back on it now, but I told them at the time that they really, could put up Bryce Terang. I said, "Oh, Bryce Terang, he's going to be my key player in this game." And he hits a home run the first inning. Of course, it was 4-2 only, but we did have Milwaukee. Great pick by you yesterday in this one. So I kind of want to go that way too, but boy, I'm worried about Peralta and Toronto being able to hit him. I'll lay the run line here. Give me Toronto -1.5 in this one against the Brewers. Not sure I'm going to trust Peralta here against this top lineup of the Brewers. All right, we saw some picks there from the crew. Ziggy on Blue Jays. Alan under with you, Mindy. Yeah, these teams go under all right. And Nathan will lay the money line. Fernando's with me. I probably should go under again. It feels under. All right. The Phillies and the Mets here. Scherzer $1.70, and this one's gone up a little bit. I'm showing nines starting to pop up. There was some reported steam that came in on the over. We know Max has been, I don't know, it's still fine. Walker's been lit up a little bit. So what do you got here?
Well, I mean, I got, Scherzer's splits at home are really, really good, Ramon.
Yes.
He has an ERA of 0. Hasn't allowed any earned runs there. 9 Ks per 12, or 12 Ks per 9 innings there as well. I mean, I think if I take a look at this one, it's probably going to go under as well. I like where the bullpens are. They've been playing a little bit better. Also, the Phillies here only putting up 3.81 runs of offense. And they tend to be, not so good on the road here as well. They've lost 8 of their last 10 road games. And I think the Mets have been solid at home. And again, they're also not exactly, hitting it out of the park. So I'm going to go under in this one here as well.
Yeah, and Walker has fired a couple of good starts in his last couple of games. And, Philly's been winning when Walker's been on the mound. It's kind of interesting that he gets a pretty good run support. Now Scherzer has been uh, back to being Max. I mean, just when you want to write him, never going to write him off until he rides into the sunset, I think. But then all of a sudden, we've got him, top notch once again right now. So maybe these guys should come out. I don't know. The reported steam did come in on the over, and we see it now at 9 under 20. I mean, I'm going to look at the market to see if there's, wow, it's mostly nines. So what is it? What is it? Is it the Mets are going to smash Walker? Because you don't think the Phillies are going to come in and, okay, Max can have, we've seen it. What happens when Max has an off start, gives up some bombs, but he's still going to be competitive. I'm going to take the Mets on the run line today. I mean, if I see this total going up, I'm gonna take the over. Look, Walker's been pretty good, but Max might mow him down. He owns the Phillies, remember, and Walker's had good numbers, though. I don't mind your play, Mindy. I'm gonna stick with the Mets here, and so I have two plays on this one. Mindy's on the under, and I'm on the Mets run line.
Okay.
And let's see what's. Oh, sorry, chat. Trying to convince myself to get on this total with Mindy. Okay, looks like Ziggy, I think he was going under 9 in this one. Nathan here, yeah, there's Max. Hi, Burley. Mets run line for Burley with me. Okay. Yeah, Mets got to get a move on here. All right, Mindy, time to whine once again. Here are the Padres that couldn't score again. They got one run. I don't know what's worse: the Padres, the Padres top 3 contracts for their superstars and beyond, or their television contracts that get voided in thin air. Maybe the Padres, maybe the checks are bouncing and they're purposely not hitting. Whatever the case may be, another dismal performance by the offense. At least they have their top pitcher, one of their top guys going today. I know a lot of people are down on Musgrove. He's still going to give you a top effort. He was never the pitcher that, he was cracked up to be at his height. He's still very, very strong. He's going up against the man, Jesus Luzardo.
Yeah, I feel like there's a theme with my picks here today. You might figure that one out. I'm going to go under the total here as well. I feel like we've got a whole bunch of solid pitching here today. And we know San Diego, they've been maybe the fifth worst team for getting the money here, Ramon, this year. I know you keep warning me about it.
They're that good?
It's one of those, though, that they're always attractive to me to bet on, but they're just not coming through here so far. But if I take a look at the splits here, right, I mean, pretty darn good. Both average 10 Ks per 9 innings here. No one gives up any home runs, so that's also good. I feel like I need to still get my Musgrove coffee hat, right? And the trucker hat for, the Angels there as well. But also, if I take a look at what Luzardo has done against the Padres, not much, 0.194 batting average. Musgrove been pretty good, only a 311. So I think this one here stays under as well.
Yeah, we get on board with this one for sure.
All right, we'll do it.
Just out of spite.
From yesterday, wasn't that our only loss?
One run and
that was our loss yesterday. The over.
Yeah, well, that was, and we went over in that game somehow. How can we do that? Musgrove's been touched up a little bit.
Would be worse, I guess. Maybe.
Musgrove's been touched up a little bit, but he has gone under in 5 of his 6 starts. Of course, the Padres are probably one of the most massive overs under teams in the league, going 8-24-2 to the under in their last 34 games. And Miami has, been also a pretty solid under at home so far this season. They've gone over a little bit of late, but come on, Musgrove, we just go out there and throw a hard game, throw a decent game. Luzardo, hey, love this guy. 2 effective appearances against San Diego in the past. So see what you got here. Under here for is that under? Is that for that must be the first 5 under? I'm thinking Fernando under. Ziggy, I'll take the Padres today. Hello to Jay Boone. Brett B. Luzardo over against those sorry Padre bats. And Fernando going with Padres on the run line today. All right, we're on the under here in this one. I've got to think these offenses, come on, they're bad. They're sad. All right, next up is the Rockies and Diamondbacks here with Anderson and Davies. So can we get on the right track here with this one? Mindy, pretty big favorite. Arizona's on a roll. $1.60 here. It is a little cheaper than it was. So maybe there's a little bit of move on the Rockies. Anderson, for whatever reason, he's come back and looking like, well, I mean, I don't know. He's not looking like Chase Anderson.
What do you think he looks like?
Somebody better.
Yeah, I mean, he's been doing pretty well. And I think he also pitches here pretty well versus this Diamondbacks team. Again, I kind of take a look at what they've done historically. 25% K rate, 224 batting average here for Chase Anderson. Davies, he does have a little bit higher ERA here at home, but again, he's been pitching pretty well, 7 Ks per 9 innings himself. So for me, I will be going under the total here again today, Ramon, in this one. Rockies here, 3.61 runs of offense. Diamondbacks, 4 runs of offense. They each only give up 4 as well if we take a look at what they do on the defensive side. Plus, the Diamondbacks have been keeping that bullpen ERA down quite a bit as well. So going under the total, Ramon.
Yeah, it's interesting because, look, these guys are producing a lot of, Colorado's producing a lot of unders, period. And but last few games have been starting to tick over. Arizona's gone over in just one of their last 7 home games. So, but
yeah, Colorado put up an A yesterday.
Yeah, exactly. They got shut out again. They're not producing anything in this series, right? They've gotten shut down here coming into Arizona. Look, I mean, there was a suspect offense to begin with. Thanks, Jay. Great to see you. Lex has Rockies to score first. Rockies run line first 5. Rockies race to 3. He likes this Rockies offense against Davies. Anderson's been good. He's got a 1.62 ERA. Davies a 5.4 ERA so far. But interestingly, the Diamondbacks were able to put up a bunch of runs, and they were underdogs a lot with Davies in those 3 starts. So Arizona hot. They've 8-3 in their last 11 games, 18-12 at home. I'm going to just trust the Diamondbacks here, Mindy, to win this one today. I'll just take them on the money line, $1.60 here for me. Anderson's been fine. So,
what does K mean? Strikeout.
Oh, good point. We take that for granted, and we're not going to,
slang.
I see that. Yeah, I almost would look at that, and I was like, actually, when I looked at it, I was like, what does? Of course, we all know what K means, and making a backward K. Don't forget in the scorebook when he's caught looking. Yep. But when Fernando said that, and we respect Fernando, but I was like, am I missing something? Is there a different kind of K? I was thinking team names or things like that. I didn't even consider it because we take it for granted but Fernando, so you hear him all, I often say the K prop. All right. So
Same
Nathan
rate,
said,
strikeout rate. Yeah, same thing.
yeah. Rockies, first 5, money line. Okay. All right. Mindy, next up, we've got the Reds and the Red Sox. In this one, Sale, he's been actually pretty decent at home, I'd say for sure. But the Reds do hit left-handers, and Sale's still going to be a pretty big favorite, of course. Is it $1.55 still? Yeah, maybe, and 9 over. In fact, I'm showing it starting to go a little bit higher, even at 9 over 25. I don't think we've gotten the 9.5 yet, but I'm just taking a peek. Yeah, South Point, Bet US at 9.5, circa 9.5 now. So the total's going up.
Oh, I don't like it up today. I'm going to go under again. Again, there's a theme to my predictions here today. It's one of those that you talked about Sale, that he's been really good. I totally agree. Only allowed 3 runs over his previous 3 starts at home. And then look at the Red Sox. Suddenly can't hit any right-handed pitching over the last 2 weeks here. So I'm, again, looking under the total here today, Ramon.
All right, Mindy, going under here with Cincinnati and Boston. I worry a little because since he does hit the left-handers, and we know Boston is a pretty massive over, right? So
Sure.
uh,
They average 6 runs a game. I get it.
yeah, but Hunter Green, I mean, look, he's hitting. I'm not saying he's hit and miss. I mean,
He at least keeps the ball in the park, it seems like, as of late. So
is that right? And that's key for Green, really.
yeah, because that's kind of been his nemesis in the past.
Yeah, still giving up. It's not as bad as you think. He, not you. It is not as bad as you. You just said it. He doesn't give up the home run as much as people think. Now, I think he's given up 4 in the last 3, but over the season, you might have the numbers there. I think it's like about 1 every 6 and 2/3, something around there, which is pretty good for Green. Huh?
A 0.6. So not quite 1 run per game.
Okay. Yeah. So, yeah. Okay. Let's see here what you guys have to say. Hey, Paul here today. Hi, Paul. Yeah, even I got that one. All right. He had to put it in the chat as well. But he put it in parentheses. It probably would have went right over. But the fact that Nathan had the cereal right above it, and then I saw it made sense. Okay, I think Fernando's taking the run line here. Ziggy Sox money line and over. Ziggy going against. Yeah, I don't know. I'm just here's Sale under 6.5 Ks today. Maybe because of that matchup, what I said there about
hitting righties.
And Nathan here. Let's see. I don't know what Red Sox favorite here today. If you meant to say Red's a live dog. Here's Fernando. We'll take the over as well. Paul says Reds on the run line. Look, I love the Reds, but Sale's just performing too well right now. I'm going to lay another big favorite here and take the Red Sox in this one. All right. I want to apologize, first of all, Mindy. It'd help if I turned up the volume on these games. And I should know better. He's a Southern California, Tanner Bybee. Bybee.
Oh, Bybee instead of Bibby.
I've been saying Bibby. It looks like Bibby. And I just was going back and doing some because the numbers are good. I mean, they're not winning with Bybee, but I went back. I'm looking at he's a good looking pitcher. Maybe you can help me sell on him here. I don't know in this one. We've done well with Cleveland, obviously, in this series, but he is an awesome pitcher. But one thing I know, I went back, so I was looking at a few games back of Bybee, and getting to learn more about him. And when he matched up against Sandoval of the Angels a couple of weeks ago, they were high school teammates.
Oh, really?
And their high school coach was in the crowd in that game when they pitched very well against one another. So, anyways, here, Mindy, you got Bybee and Lopez, and the Twins favored. We've done pretty well, I think, with this series, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think so. It's one of those that, yeah, I mean, I think it's Bybee. Is that right? You said right. We've been kind of saying it wrong.
Yeah,
Uh,
but I'm pretty sure we'll have to get used to
okay.
that.
Yeah, but I mean, 2.88 ERA, only giving up a .8 home run per 9 innings there. I just think it's one of those that, the Twins have, not really showed me much, especially when it comes to power. They've been playing a little bit better here as of late, but the Guardians also come in under 500 on the road. So it's going to be interesting. But the Guardians, I think they have to run up against Lopez, who has that 11.2 K rate. So it's going to be interesting to see how these two pitchers match up and who is going to be the ones to get the hits here in this one. So for me, again, I'm going to go under the total. I think this is going to be a really good pitching matchup here with these two folks. And then you have the Guardians, 2.99 ERA out of that bullpen, and the Twins, 3.65. Only allowed 19 home runs out of the bullpen. So pretty good numbers there as well. So going under the total here.
Well, yeah, there's no doubt about it. It all adds up. And we're starting to see, I don't know, what Cleveland's offense to do. Look, we've seen their struggles. If they could just get the offense going a little bit, things can start to happen for Cleveland here. Like I said, I went back by those last 3 starts. He's been outstanding.
Yeah, it's 2.6 runs per game here for the Twins and 3.7 runs per game here for the Guardians. That's been a little light on the offensive side. Of course, yesterday they put up a ton, right? I don't remember how much it was, but
yeah, no. So I'm going to agree, though. I like the under in this one. And obviously, I was going to, my lead in for the game is Bybee, and want to make sure I get that right. But I'm surprised no one said anything. So many times when people mispronounce. I mean, I'm one
it's
of those
usually
guys.
me mispronouncing because I'm the same way.
On other shows. I watch so many YouTube shows because I just sit here, and I'm not one of those guys that like type it because I could be wrong, and who knows? I mean, family pronunciations. I'm a guy who gets my name mispronounced all the time, and I don't even care. I just go with whatever people want to say. I say if they choose to say it a different way, I'm thinking, well, they're maybe from a different part of the country, and that's how they say it. So I'll just go with it. So, anyways, I like the under in this one. I like what I see in Bybee, and I went back and looked at those games. This guy, he's real. He's for real, Mindy. I'm gonna say he is a major league pitcher that will stick around for a few years for sure.
Yeah, he has that big, tall release point. He's long and lanky. Yeah, I think he looks good on the mound.
Ziggy here likes the Guardians, maybe for now. Yeah, Guardians maybe on the road, and I just feel like they're starting to get a little bit going. Obviously, here, look, they were in a pretty bad funk just very recently, and to get a couple of wins, this is looking a lot better. So, all right. We're looking for on a short card like these are actually good games today. And here's another good. You got to be fired up about this one, even with Detmers on the mound. But after yesterday, they did it again, Mindy. Maybe I should talk about it more. That last one was monster shot by Ohtani.
Yeah.
I don't know what is there. Were they doing like a digital tape measure? I think it was broken. That thing was rushed. So Detmers always got to clean this up if they're going to have a chance here. I'm sure that's why the line is what it is. I mean, we know Framber's been on fire and Detmers has not. So, but the Astros got some cool bats. I mean, we know they've got some great bats, but they don't have Ohtani and Trout going yard multiple times.
Yeah, I mean, it's going to be interesting, to see because when you run up against Valdez, it might be challenging with those big hitters, to get a little bit of rhythm with them. But I think to me, the kind of, storyline is this one is that the Angels are like 18-6 on the run line and 13-6 as underdogs. And then the Astros, they're 19-21 on the run line and 10-14 as home favorites. So just hasn't, they just haven't really played all that well here at home. But Valdez, he has, been pretty good. 2.46 ERA here. Both of these two pitchers only have a 0.4 home run per K ratio in this one. Detmers, though, look at him. He's held the Astros to 2 or less runs in 3 of his 4 career outings. Again, he's been pretty efficient on the mound here as well. So for me, I'm going to round out the day with a clean slate of unders in Major League Baseball here today, Ramon. Under.
All right, under.
There we go.
Yeah. Under in every game, was it?
Yeah, I just think it's a day of
pitching
duels.
And how am I not, all on board with this? And Paul mentioned it. Look at that. I mean, yesterday I wanted an under. I did actually. I did belittle myself. Or I don't know how, but you're right though. On the show as well, you guys were telling me that game over. Tony told me over. It was 3-3 in like the second inning. Maybe it was the third inning. I don't remember. It was a premium for me, and
I think they were over by like fifth, yeah, something like that.
Yeah, it's hard for me to get off a premium sometime. I'm hard and steadfast, and my baseball's mediocre. So I should listen more to you guys right now and Mindy right now, even in this game, right? Because they're telling me another pitcher's duel. I'm worried about Detmers, of course, and hope the Angels are ready for this, Mindy. This is important series right here. Don't forget as well. I mean, it kind of sucks that they're such a big dog. I'm taking them on the run line. If they don't compete here, when are they going to look? I know the pitching matchup. Give Detmers okay. Maybe he can come in and do what he's done against the Astros. He's had some efficient starts against him. That's what you're telling me. And
correct.
But his last month of starts hasn't been good. And that kind of worries me maybe, but I'll take the Angels to get something done against Framber in this way. Astros have gone over and 4 their last 5. I'm going to take the Angels on the run line here. They better compete here in this series. I don't want this to be the turning point. I want this to be, as Ziggy says, Astros to roll. And JD on an under here. Fernando will lay the alternative run line. The Astros are mashing. And so JD says that. And so I would also recommend, Mindy, for you to at your book today when you're going through your bets and your app is that you find that grand salami.
The grand salami.
And take that grand salami here to go under. Let's see what it is today. Oh, it's not out yet.
Huh. Boo.
Well, whatever it is. Take the under in the grand salami.
I'll do that.
That'll be my play, but I'll take the Angels here on the run line. They better compete in this. This is a chance to make a stand a little bit. All right, Angels team total under here. Yeah. Thank you, Paul. I'm glad somebody's keeping track. I do keep track. I just like I said, I do keep track, and
lots of in the cleanup.
Well, usually I have the other plays, so you've heard me stumble a little bit today when I've been trying to remember the score. Usually I have it all written down here, and I say, "Oh, they won yesterday," and I know what games we won, a few that we won with. There were only 4 of them too, so. Yeah, no. In fact, I've actually had a much better run on the show than than on my premiums, but we don't make
It happens. Yeah, right.
premiums are what matters. I know I take it too seriously sometimes.
So thanks for watching, and make sure you get over to the Tony'sPicks.com website right now and check out our All Cappers tab where you can purchase some of our own personal picks. And be sure to go ahead and use the promo code TonyT at checkout to save 20%. Okay, have fun. Watch another video. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.